Don't quit the day job, okay?
Dude, you're going to be a superstar.
Yeah, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
All right.
7:15. Happy Saturday, everybody. Warm and humid out there, but it's not even hurricane season, and you're already seeing stuff in the tropics?
Yeah, a couple of things, actually. The first in the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and I want to emphasize that these are not going to affect Texas, even if they do develop, which right now is kind of on the very low end, but certainly something that kind of caught my eye this morning and has caught my eye over the past couple of days. So I want to draw your attention here. This is the open Atlantic here, the coast of Africa way out to the right of your TV screen. There's San Juan, Puerto Rico, coast of Florida, Houston, Mexico. You get the idea. All right, let's zoom right on down into the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and the models are picking up possibly on a little bit of development here over the next couple of days. And I want to emphasize this is going to be very, very weak if it develops at all, and it's going to be primarily a rainmaker for the state of Florida. What will that do for our weather? Well, if it does begin to spin up in this general fashion, it's going to pull in drier air on the west side of the system, which would in turn mean hotter and drier conditions here for the city of Houston. So no impacts as far as Texas goes, but certainly something that reminds you, hey, hurricane season is right around the corner. In fact, here's one of the computer models here. You see these little faint lines right here? These are what we call isobars, okay? They're lines of equal pressure. And the more concentric circles you have, the stronger the system. And right now I'm only looking maybe one circle here, another one there, so maybe two. The bottom line is the computer models are picking up on a very, very weak system and primarily a rainmaker for the state of Florida. But of course, we'll watch it. No impacts expected here on the state of Texas. Look at this shot. Isn't that not gorgeous there of downtown Houston? Going to be a very nice afternoon. It's 74 degrees right now up there at Bush Intercontinental Airport, 73 degrees down there at Hobby. In fact, temperatures across the board right now, 70 in Cleveland, 73 again at Hobby, 75 in Sugar Land, 76 degrees down there on Galveston Island. We have that southeasterly flow between 5 and 10 miles an hour, generally going to stay that way for the rest of the afternoon. In fact, it is a gorgeous morning across the entire state from Amarillo all the way to Brownsville and all the way west to El Paso. No weather expected here across the state of Texas today. Now, there is just a slight 10% chance of a few sprinkles, thanks in part to this high pressure that is parked over the southeastern United States. That high is going to bring in a little bit of Gulf moisture here into our region, so we'll leave a 10% chance of a few passing showers today, but really typical early summer temperatures are expected and really a typical summertime pattern for the next 7 days, it looks like. Your future track, I think it's overdoing the showers a little bit, but still can't rule out a few scattered showers out there today. 10% maybe max at best, so don't cancel any outdoor activities as far as temperatures go. 85 degrees heading into 1:30 this afternoon. 88, 89 degrees looks to be a pretty good bet. Some of us will see and or exceed that 90-degree mark before temperatures cool back down into the 70s heading into the overnight hours tonight. Headed to the beach, sunburn's going to be a dime a dozen. You're certainly going to want to lather up. Southeasterly winds 15 to 20, waves 2 to 4 feet. That air temperature right around 85 degrees. So for today, again, tickling 90 degrees here, a 10% chance of a few scattered showers out there for today. Again, very, very low chance. Temperatures warming up to near 90 degrees by the time we get to 3 o'clock. And the 7-day outlook, temperatures remaining near 90. We're on the best chance of rain for the next 7 days, about 10%. So if we're going to have to start monitoring that drought monitor if we continue to stay in this dry pattern. And right now it appears that we will be in this dry pattern at least for the next 10 days.
I got to water that yard again.
Time to water the yard.
All right, thank you so much, Blake. Hey, coming up tomorrow